So we're looking at family culture. So when you're dating, it really is an opportunity to have very good, meaningful conversations that could actually to being, a deal breaker or if we want to continue because every person comes from a different family background,
Hmm.
right? Um, my family might be more career oriented, and I need to understand what Dion's expectations are versus mine, right?
How often do you plan on visiting family? How
Mhm.
often, yeah, there's a lot of things, and you won't know all these questions until you are married. Unfortunately, you have to work out some of these things after, but as just look at your family,
Mhm.
see what are the important
Important
traditions,
traditions, yes.
the important values,
Mhm.
and have conversations about these things.
Like do we how we treated Christmas,
Yeah,
could become a problem. You know
it's
what I
it's
mean?
true. It's true. Christmas is a time of
Some people
joy,
wanna
but if you don't discuss it, it could be a time of not joy.
resentment. Yeah, exactly. If someone, wants to be together on their own, doing things, traveling, and somebody wants to just go by their family, things like that. Just conversations. I know we get more into detail with premarital counseling,
Yeah.
and that's a different season. But I mean, like, what do you understand, like Diane saying, whether some of the key family traditions you want to just discuss,
Yeah.
you know, what are general expectations for like raising kids, corporal
Ooh,
punishment, all those different things. So like
yes.
just those major things that you feel very strongly about. I think it's good to
So
raise
I want to say two things about.
conversations. Yeah.
I know this couple, and they were on the brink of like separation because they had different expectations on how they would discipline their children.
Hmm.
It caused a lot of things. They had to seek counseling for that.
Right.
Um, on the flip side, I know this couple. They had like conversations before marriage, very detailed conversations before marriage on their goals
Hmm.
and their vision. Like they mapped out the next 10 years before they were even married. And they were like, um, I would be in this job for 10 years. I will get educated, then I would leave, then I'll do this, and you will get
Right.
a job, but a job that you'll be able to stay home with the kids. And they
Right.
talked about stuff. But
Yeah.
moving on, because this is not an engagement seminar.
Right. Right. Yes. So we won't dwell too much into that, but it's good to have a conversation on that basic. What's your
It's
vision for
true.
your life, right? Meeting families and friends. So when you're dating, it is a great opportunity to learn about that person in the context of their family and friends. So I would recommend to a lot of people that I have, spoken to get that person to have a get together with friends who know them for like years.
People they can't hide around.
Yes, people they
Yeah.
can't hide around because they know them too long, right? So I did that when I was getting to know Dion. I asked him, can we have a get together? Bring all your friends that know you as long as possible, and we had a get together, in Palm Beach Park in San Fernando, and and I invited some of my girlfriends there as well, and we were like, I was like, paying attention to how they were interacting with Dion, listening to anything that somebody might accidentally say or make a joke about. So it really is an opportunity. So I,
Yeah.
had fun, I
And
listened, and I learned a lot about
yeah,
Dion.
and be open to the feedback you get from them afterward because they will see things that you don't.
Absolutely. Definitely. It is not a time to isolate, right? I know we're all excited about having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but it's not the best time to self isolate. It's actually a time we want to be around people. Like you can wear a mask as much as you can, but it's really hard to keep a mask on when you're around people who know you for a very long time. So observe people in the context of their families, how they talk to their parents,
Hmm.
very, very telling, how respectful they are. Because, I've heard, when I was very young, I've heard like, the way someone told me, and I think it's good advice, the way someone speaks to their mom is how they're probably going to talk to you later on. And I'm telling you, I've seen this to be really, really true. It's really, really true and really good advice. Pay attention. I know a lot of people walk into things with their eyes open. So if you're seeing something, ask questions about it, address it, find out what the feedback is.